The Pony Factory is a place straight out of hell. The game starts off telling you the origin of the Pony Factory and what it was meant to accomplish. Winston arrived at a solution to the moral decay of his town. He called out to hell in a secret candlelit room one evening, and hell answered him. The human body could, hell promised, be twisted, stretched, and broken into a kinder, more equine shape. The human heart molded into something less human. Winston's town, now filled with the cruel and the ignorant, could instead be filled with magic ponies, if he could provide a factory in which to make them. Winston thought they could be beautiful, gentle, and good. Hell had other plans. Because, you see, the Pony Factory is set in a world where sin can be calculated and harnessed. A place that sounds like it's made of whimsy and wonder, but is actually made of blood and sin. This game is a first-person shooter, and your goal is to kill the magical ponies. The place is eerie, cold, and most importantly, dark. The further you go into the factory, the more you find out about it. You will find a notice directed towards employees of the company. Review your timetable at the end of each Friday, as shifts may change or be redistributed from week to week, and staff turnover may vary significantly as sinners are identified and crowned. Similarly, each Monday before clocking in, you must report to the security wing for more examination. Employees with a sin reading of 0.07 or higher will not be permitted to enter until they have become more chaste. Failing multiple examinations may be grounds for termination. Employees are also required to remain virtuous in our site throughout the work week. The interior ambient sin level may not exceed 7% of this facility's total moral fiber. Management will be making every effort to insulate this facility from the outside hediums, and exterior sin levels are expected to drop as more of the population are changed into magical ponies. The notice shows how life in this town really was. If you wanted to work in this factory, you had to be as virtuous as a priest. But the most important part about this notice is the last line. Levels are expected to drop as more of the population are turned into magical ponies. Meaning, every pony you kill in the game is actually a person that has been turned into a magical pony. So what went wrong? The factory didn't just fall apart out of nowhere. What happened? Well, every now and then, a note can be found. One of these notes tells you about this new project Winston, the CEO of the company, has planned. My fellow creators, in just 1 month, the Pony Maker will be finished and we will be activating the current stock and swinging to full production. This will naturally require us to increase the rate and reliability of our center acquisition.
since the townsfolk are proving significantly harder to acquire now that our activities are widely known, several assembly lines will be immediately transitioned over to the building of the pony tank. This ingenious hoof-power weapon of war, adapted from the sketches by the great inventor Frederick Flintstone, will allow multiple ponies to chase down wayward sinners from within the protection of a great pony head, and to hurl magical projectiles if the situation calls for it. It will be great. Please refer to the no poster schedule for the new shift assignments. Winston, the CEO.
These ponies are not animals. They're weapons, meant to be controlled. Not only that, this plan means they want to hunt down sinners in the town and turn them into magical ponies. These creatures are meant to be aggressive. That's why they are attacking you. But what was the problem? This new plan couldn't have been just a weapon gone rogue. Something more must have happened. Something that could have been prevented. In another employee note, there is a potential risk if the energy that they're getting from hell leaks. And if the leak is found, they must report it. But Winston? Did he really care? It didn't seem that way. See, all the excess sin is released to the wild. Whatever they can't keep in, they pump it out into the forest. And from the looks of it, it wasn't looking so good out there.
Mark, I have received your concerns. As you know, there is an immense amount of excess sin extracted during our processing, and all that sin needs to go somewhere. To that end, a specialized pipeline carries the sin from this facility out into the forest, where it harmlessly percolates into the groundwater supply. I understand from your report that the sin levels in this same forest recently spiked for no discernible reason, but management assures me that this spike is most likely a natural phenomenon and is certainly unrelated to our sin pipeline. I agree with this and will further add that my strange son's company is certainly performing an extensive observation and spiritual analysis on the force, which could certainly be causing untold sorts of depraved abnormalities. I am certain in our mission and leadership, and I don't believe this event is any cause for alarm. Thank you for remaining diligent in your work.
Winston was a businessman, a man that would do anything to get his way. Whatever the sin was doing to the forest, he didn't care. He never cared. He's getting energy from hell. That means there was a catch to said energy. And that catch was his downfall. You see, eventually the magical ponies would go crazy, and Winston would regret his deal with hell.
What have I done? The ponies, they have all gone mad. This is not magical friendship energy from the depths of hell itself at all. It's pure sin from the depths of hell itself, twisted to resemble wonder and whimsy. How could hell betray us like this? Oh no, they're coming. Oh no!
Winston can be presumed as dead. In fact, everyone that worked in the factory is either dead or turned into a magical pony. So what are you doing here? Who are you? Why are you risking?
That is what you've been searching for. Take it. You have what you came for. Now, escape.
Whatever this red light was, you came here to get it. This thing is so important that you risked your life to get it. Now you need to get out. But that's no simple task. There's more ponies, and they're out to get you. There's even something waiting at the door, something bigger than you've ever faced before. So what are you gonna do about it? You've made it out of the factory. You killed the ponies. You beat the mega head, and you took the red light. All of this turmoil, all for your own greed. The man smiled as he walked through the abandoned parking lot away from the pony factory. He'd found and stolen the source of the pony magic and escaped with his life. He'd done what others thought impossible, and now he would succeed where his father failed. With the power of hell at his fingertips, he would create his own pony army, far larger and greater. All he needed were victims to transform and a factory in which to do it. Hell had planned all this, and it smiled too, in anticipation of what was to come.